Hello, this is London Silver, and this is part 2 of What If Deku Was Blind Tommyinnit, or Blindinit. Also, sorry for not uploading last week, it's just I had a quiz, and it turns out it was 2 quizzes, so yeah. Also, I want to say thank you. Thank you for those who have stayed over the months I didn't post, and thank you for the ones who stayed. I know a lot of my viewers sort of just got disinterested, yet they're still subscribed. But I'm thankful for the ones who stayed. Thank you. And I really appreciate you and your comments, and even not commenting and just liking and viewing the video. Though, I wish you'd comment. I love seeing your comments. But let's get into this, because this is about the 7th time I've tried to do this, and I'm getting kind of irritated. So, let's just get into this. First person POV / Izuku / Tommy. I got home and put the bags away and left them on the counter, or a flat surface, I assume. I find my way to my room and felt the braille on the door and go in. I bump into what I think is my side table and feel the blanket of my bed and swoop in and take a nap. I'm guessing this was late at night, so this is the next morning. I wake up and feel the cool morning air and take a hot shower. I get up and get on some warm clothes and listen to music and walk to the living room and find a comfy position on the couch and just listen to music, of course without headphones or anything, because it would affect my ability to hear anything. Sorry for any background noise. There's someone here, and I'm getting a little bit uncomfortable, but they can't hear it right now. They're just staring at me. It's so uncomfortable. Okay, let's continue. I hear footsteps and hear someone say, "Hey kiddo, you're awake? Want some breakfast?" I hear Phil's voice and turn down the music and say, "Yeah, that'd be great." I said in a low voice and hear the footsteps slowly back away, or just fade away. I assumed he went to the kitchen. I then stuck my hand and grabbed the arm of the couch and stand up and walk to the dining room and sit on the table and wait to listen to every sound in the house, and just waiting until I heard someone. I then hear footsteps, who I think is one of my brothers and my best friends. They, I think, come down to the living room, and probably seeing me on a chair, say, "Good morning, Tommy." It was the voice of Tubbo and Wilbur in unison. I say, "Good morning." I heard the wooden chair scratch on the wooden ground and weight being put on it, and assume they sit down. Hear porcelain clinking on the wooden table, and put my hands on the table to feel around and feel a porcelain plate. I'm guessing it smelled like food, and I digged in with help of Wilbur. After breakfast, Phil says, "Tommy, do you think you'd want to go to school?" I thought about it. I mean, meeting new people could be fun, but also meeting people who don't like me is just problematic. But what is life without a gamble? I say, "I'm ready for it." I hear a nice calm sigh, but of course not negative. Phil then says, okay, you'll be going to school next week, so sharpen your skills. I put a thumbs up in what I thought was his direction, but I then hear a giggle, and I feel a hand guide my thumb to a different direction, and hear chuckling. Guessing I did it in a wrong direction, I pout by the unfairness, and Phil walks away. I then get up and walk to my room. I wonder what it'll be like to go to school again. I'm excited. For the rest of the day, I fooled around, just laying in my bed and just entertaining myself until it was night, and I slowly closed my eyes and went to sleep. The next skip 1 week. The next day, Tubbo came into my room and picked out my clothes. He said it was red, white, and shirt and a jacket with sneakers. It sounded nice, and he helped me put it on, but not too much. That's just embarrassing. After I got dressed, Tubbo then says, you'll have to wear a blindfold or glasses, and apparently they want you to have a cane so you don't have a problem with navigating. I say, I'll wear the blindfold, but do I really have to use the cane? I can walk fine enough. Tubbo then says, well, you kind of have to use it or they won't believe you or will question your blindness, but at least you can get the drop on people when they try to fight you. I guess. And also look like a grandma. Tubbo then says, I'm going with you, so don't worry. I sigh and Tubbo holds on to me. Totally not the other way around. And we get breakfast and then go to school. We walk into a classroom, obviously, there are people in there. And the teacher says, class, we will be having 2 exchange students. Please come in. I walk in with my cane and hear whispering, mostly about my blindness, which I found rude. But if I yell, I wouldn't be able to hear the pencil being thrown at me, which I dodged by turning my head slightly to the left. Felt like a stretch, sort of. I scoffed and rolled my eyes, even though they were blindfolded, and no one could actually see them. I tapped my foot on the ground, and then going to an empty table and sitting down. I then feel Tubbo following me and sitting right next to me. I felt their stares, but ignored them. I mean, what else can I do? Look at them? The bell then rang, and it hurt my ears, making me flinch. I got up and felt someone grab my hand and I say, Tubbo? He then says, yep, let's go. I'll help you with your get to your other classes. I say, I can't wait for lunch. Tubbo then says, I'll be recording your classes so you can review them later, okay? I nod, and he leads the way. And the next few classes, they're boring, and after at least 3 hours of talking from teachers and whispering from other students, it was finally lunch. I get to the canteen, and Tubbo grabs food while I get drinks from the vending machine. I came back to Tubbo, and we sit down and eat. But then I hear footsteps coming this way. I put my foot down and then give him a hand gesture to Tubbo that someone is coming, and presumably they stood because of the vibrations of him standing. Okay, sorry. The person that was behind me then says, hello, you guys are new here, right? I turn around and carefully say, yes, we are, and you are? They then say, I'm Rambo. What's your name? They tap their foot on the ground, probably out of anticipation and nervousness. I got an image of what they looked like, or just really just an outline. It was a masculine person with interesting features, to say the least. They were tall as hell, to say the least. They had pointed ears, I think horns? They had a tail. I look up at them, and He was fidgeting with their fingers, and I say, "My name is kinda long. You can just call me Tommy. I'm blind, by the way." His nervousness seemed to calm at my comment and says, "Oh, okay. Well, the reason for my sudden appearance was a question. Could I sit with you two?" Tubbo then says, "Only if Tommy is okay with it." I then say, "It's fine." He then says, "Thank you." They take a seat, and Tubbo says, "Ooh, they have such pretty eyes. Tommy, I wish you could see them. He has heterochromia." I think that's how you say it. Sorry if I butchered it. I feel like I did. I feel like I didn't say that right. I could feel Rambu's son jump in his seat. He was probably surprised and embarrassed. It was probably uncomfortable. Tubbo has always been outspoken. I say, "Okay, then describe him to me." Tubbo then says, his left eye on my left is green, like emerald, like your earring. And his right eye, my right, is a nice red color, like redstone. Also, Rambu, are you an Enderman? Rambu fits it with his fingers by tapping them on the table and says, "Yes, I'm half Enderman and half, I actually don't know." Tubbo then says, "Couldn't you just ask your parents?" Roman then says, "I have no memory of them, so I don't know if they're alive or not. And if they aren't, I don't know." Tubbo then says, "Well, are you allergic to water the same?" Roman then says, "Yeah, but only on my Enderman side. I am confusion." I say, "Tubbo or Rambu, please explain to me how you look. I am so confused." Tubbo then laughs and says, "He has literal white skin on his left, my right, and he has actual black skin on his right, my left, and also your right. So, your right, he has black skin. On his left, your left, he has black actual skin. And it's really pretty." I comment, "Like an Enderman?" He then says, "Yeah." Rambu then says awkwardly, "So what is your name?" Tubbo then says, "Oh, I haven't told you my name. Oh, sorry. You can just call me Tubbo. I'm Tommy's friend and your acquaintance." Rambu then says, "Well, we could all be friends. I don't really have any." Tubbo then says nonchalantly, "Why is that?" Tubbo, you can't just say that. That's rude." Tubbo then says, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I then say, "Sorry." He is a bit outspoken and doesn't think before he says things. "Sorry." Tubbo then says, "Oh, it's fine. I say, "Well, what class do you have after this?" He then says, "I have math after this. How about you guys?" Tubbo then says, "Oh, we also are having maths after school, after lunch. We can all go together." Rambu then says, "Cool." The bell then rings, and I cover my ears until it was done. And felt who I think is Rambu pick me up and hold me in his arms, and he guides me to the class. We all sit down, and I listen to the sort of introduction of their class and stuff, but sort of spaced out, but still hearing the lesson, if you know what I mean. I focused on the outside sounds, but then was interrupted by a tap on my shoulder that I knew damn well wasn't Tubbo or Rambu, since this tap was more brutal, or violent, you could say. And I don't think Rambu would be rude to someone they just met. I say, "Yes?" I then hear a snarky voice say, "Can't you hear me? I told you to answer the question on the board." Did they just really want me to look on the board? I say, "Oh, I can't even see. What the hell?" I say, how am I supposed to read a question when I'm blind? They pause for a second, and the class was filled with snickers and giggles, but low enough for you couldn't tell which was who. I then say, well, I think this class is about to be over, so... Yo, Rambo, am I right? I mean, Tubbo. I then hear from across the way, yeah. The bell then rings, and I stand up and pick up my shit and just go with Tubbo. And then I'm carried away over his shoulders. What the hell? Remember then follows, since I could tell by his weight and vibrations. Am I really this damn light? Okay, that is the end. And sorry for not uploading. And just thank you all for being here. And thank you for just being so awesome. Y'all are the best. Bye.